Good afternoon. My name is Linda Langan Maxwell, and I wanted to share with you what I've learned about emotional hunger. I had a client a few weeks ago, and she came to me and she told me that she had come home late, she was tired, she just wanted a little something to eat. So she opened the refrigerator, and gosh, there was nothing there. She didn't like any her options. So she opened up the cabinet and there was chips and crackers and cookies. And so she grabbed a bag of chips and she sat down at her couch and turned on the TV and she said, "Linda, in 10 minutes, all the chips were gone." And she said it felt empty. She said she wasn't even satisfied. She was still hungry. She felt remorse. She didn't even know what happened. I said, "Oh, you experienced emotional hunger." She's like, "What?" And I said, "Well, you actually did stress eating because of emotional hunger." So emotional hunger is just as powerful as physical hunger. It has different cues. So for emotional hunger, it comes on sudden and it's really specific. You want crunchy, you want sweet, like you may not know what you want, but you know what you don't want. Whereas physical hunger comes on gradual, and you're happy to eat whatever's in the refrigerator, whether it be chicken, banana, broccoli, anything like that. It also, emotional hunger leads to mindless eating. Before we know it, we've eaten half a pint of ice cream, we've eaten a bag of potato chips. Physical hunger, on the other hand, you know what you've eaten, you filled your body with nutrients, and so mindfulness can happen, but it's really not the MO. The other thing about emotional eating is you're not satisfied. You are still hungry. Even though you've eaten the yogurt, the cheese, the crackers, like a list of things, there is still an emptiness that you want to be full. With physical hunger, it's not like that. You eat what's on the plate, and then you can eat a little more, but there's more of a satisfied feeling. The thing about emotional hunger, it's in the head. You know, there's something that you're focused on. There's a taste, a texture that you're craving. Whereas physical hunger, it's in the stomach. And again, with emotional hunger, it's almost like you've lost your mind a little bit because you feel regret, you feel shame, you're sad. Whereas when you have physical hunger, you feel satisfied. So stress eating is known as emotional eating, and basically it's the action of eating based on emotions, whether it be good or bad emotions. So your body goes through chemical and biological processes that often happens when you're stressed. So it's not lack of willpower. It is not that you don't have the discipline for a healthy diet. It actually is that your hormones hijack you. So cortisol, which is the stress hormone, it activates your appetite. It tells your body, because of the stress and the higher cortisol, we have to eat something to get the fuel to fight the stress. So your body naturally goes to hunger. And if you're stress eating, you're not alone. 33% of adults admit to stress eating or overeating, using food to deal with emotions that they just don't want to deal with. I found an exercise that has helped a lot of my clients, and it's called the 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. I'm not going to say that more. I'm just going to say in the future 5 by 5. So basically, Psychology Today has this article, and it talks about what to do when you're emotionally eating. So say you feel lonely. You pre-decide in advance the 5 people, you write down 5 people that will, not tell you what to do, not try to fix you, but will validate your emotions and make you feel better after you've got off the phone with them. Or if you feel exhausted, you decide 5 things that you're going to do to handle that exhaustion. So for me, it could be taking a nap, it could be a hot blanket or a blanket, it could be watching TV. When I'm exhausted and I need to relax, for you it could be a bath, it could be any of the above. So then there is anxiety. So when you are anxious, you decide on 5 things that are unique to you. Anxious is that nervous energy. So for me, I've got to go for a walk, I've got to go for a run, I've got to move, I've got to organize, I got to do something to burn off that cortisol. And then 5 things you do when you're bored to distract yourself. Do a puzzle, read a book, go to the mall, whatever helps you to distract yourself so you don't eat when you're bored. So, and then the other 5 things is, this is my little cheat sheet and I'll tell you about it in a minute. 5 things you say to yourself. You say, you got this, you can do this, you are not alone. And sometimes I actually walk around the house saying, trust God, do good, trust God, do good. And it's like a meditation for me when I'm really, really stressed out. But I wrote it all out and I can send you the questions and I'll email them to you if you request it. And so basically I made it small and it goes on the side of my refrigerator. So it's there as a reminder of things I've already pre-decided that I was going to do instead of stress eating. So when you get in that emotional eating loop, so you have, something happens, you're upset. Then you have an urge to eat and you eat more. Then there's some shame around that and you don't feel any better. You're frustrated with it, and then you feel an urge to eat again, and it's the emotional cycle. So I'm going to tell you what to do, what fire people tell us to do when we're growing up. Stop, drop, and roll. So when you're feeling all these feelings and all you can think about is food, stop. What is going on? Think about, what am I thinking about? And then drop. Can I just not eat for 5 minutes? Can I put the timer on? Let me think about what's going on here. Let me connect to my feelings. Let me see how I'm feeling. And then roll. Roll is when you're going to do something. You're going to do one of the pre-decided things that you're going to do with the 5x5, whether it be walk, read a book, organize, all that sort of stuff. So you stop yourself before you put another piece of food in your mouth. Drop, you evaluate the situation and find your 5x5x5 or what's going to distract you. Roll and you go and do it. So remember, this is not about willpower. This is not about lack of discipline. This is a behavior where your body and brain and hormones have hijacked you. And so you can change this behavior. Again, you can make it a habit of stop, drop, and roll. That could be your habit, but you can change this behavior and you can stop this emotional hunger with stress eating so that you can reach your weight loss goals and be all that you want to be. If you need help with this, email me. There's a link below. And thank you for listening. I hope this helps. Take care. Bye-bye.